Hey, it's Adam here. So Steven and I have been doing over-the-shoulder tutorials where you can watch our video series that we're currently creating, where I teach Steven what I know about Unreal. Therefore, you kind of get to sit in on an actual lesson with actual feedback and a real learner with real questions about things really where they are and how they work and stuff like that. And so we're enjoying making the series so far. There was a quick bug I ran into in the last one. So this video is about how to set P to be the pause key in a standard game. This is just a top-down template here. It's a correction video for a bit where we had to skip it in the middle to keep moving for time reasons. So that way, if you're watching the other video or if you just stumbled upon this one, you can learn how to pause the game. So first off, right now, if you just play the game, I have it set to where if I hit P key, it pauses, and then if I hit the P key again, it unpauses the game. This is just a top-down template and the standard walk around with clicking that it comes with. So I'm going to hit escape to leave it. Let me show you what I did. First off, like in the original tutorial, before we skipped it for time reasons, you go to File, you go to Edit, and then Project Settings. So Edit, Project Settings, and here's where you can set keyboard inputs. So if you go to Inputs, you can see I already have one. It's called Pause. But yours may be minimized. You just look at it and you can see what input you already have, and you can create a new one and give it a name. This name can be anything. I just named it Pause. And then you can choose what keys or controller buttons or anything will cause this action. So I just chose the P key by selecting keyboard and then scrolling till I found the P key, but you can select any key you want and any number of keys you want. You can make any number of keys call the same action here. So once that's done, there is no set or pause or anything. You just hit X and it is the case that will call the action. So the place where you want to put these things is in your blueprints folder. If you go to contents, top-down blueprints, that's what BP stands for, go to blueprints, and then you'll see top-down character. If you double click on it, you'll open up the blueprint for your character. Now this is where you want to put all sorts of any kind of like controller input or anything. A lot of stuff in Unreal is tied to your character. We cover that more in the other tutorials. Here's where I have the input pause mapping, and so I want to show you how to create that. So I'm going to delete it and create it again. And here in your top-down character, if you go to the event graph where your blueprints are, we're going to make a new blueprint. And you just need to right-click and type in the name of your, action event. And you need to grab that name right here under Input Action Events, not anything else that may say pause, because there's a lot of things that may overlap, because pause means a lot of things in the gaming world, and there already is some things labeled pause. So you're looking for this little signal right here in Signet, which is the action event, because you're calling a new event. So this gets called every single time you press the keyboard. You can make it do something different on press and release, but we're not doing that here. We're just making it do something when it is pressed. And so now that this exists, we're now seeing every time the P key is pressed, we're going to do something. So what are we going to do? We're going to create a flip event. Now this is what I messed up in the original tutorial. And you're looking for a flip flop. So this just says, hey, is A the case? Okay, then do B. Is B the case? Then do A. It just toggles something. So this is a great way to do something that toggles like being paused. So if we drag off from A, we can type set game paused, and then we can click the check mark, meaning that the game is paused. Then we can drag off from B and type set game paused. And then you can leave this unchecked over here to have the game unpaused. Now if you hit compile and save, this is all great, but it's not going to work, because as soon as you pause the game, it's no longer going to receive inputs. So if you want an input to be able to be received when paused or executed when paused, you need to click on the input, the thing that starts this whole blueprint, click on it, and then over here in the details you'll see execute when paused. You need to check that to be true. When that's true, compile and save again, and then when you play your game, you should be able to hit the P key and pause the game, and then unpause the game. It'll actually toggle. So that's a real quick how to pause a game in the Unreal Engine. This is part of a broader series, a little correction video as part of a broader series where I'm teaching my friend Steven how to use Unreal. So if you're looking for a simple, slow, nice and easy over-the-shoulder tutorial series for Unreal, this might be your series.